This is a traditional sound healing practice. This is how it works according to modern science. So let's begin with the big question. What even is sound healing? It's a complementary medicine technique that's been used for thousands of years. It can be traced back to many ancient cultures all over the world. It was used by indigenous cultures in Africa and South America. According to this ancient system, everything in the universe is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, or void. And these elements are constantly interacting with each other through vibrations. So let's take a look at how this works according to modern science. We know that everything in the universe is made up of tiny particles that are constantly in motion. Emotions are a complex mix of psychological and physiological responses to our environment. For example, certain frequencies can increase feelings of relaxation, which can lead to better sleep. What works for one person may not work for another. This is because each person has a unique set of frequencies that make up their energy field. Practitioners take this into account when developing treatment plans. They ask questions about the patient's symptoms and medical history, and then develop a treatment plan that takes these factors into account. In addition to traditional medicine, we are also learning that there are other complementary and alternative medicine techniques that are effective in treating a variety of conditions. For example, acupuncture has been shown to be effective in treating pain, nausea, and vomiting. Massage therapy has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep, and boost the immune system. As we learn more about these complementary and alternative medicine techniques, we'll be able to offer our patients a wider range of treatment options. In addition, practitioners often use intuition and their sense of touch to guide their work. We believe that this approach will allow us to treat the whole person, taking into account their physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. We also believe that this approach will allow us to develop more personalized treatment plans that are tailored to the individual needs of each patient. Overall, the future of medicine is bright. We are constantly learning new things about the human body and developing new and innovative ways to heal ourselves. We are excited to be a part of this evolution in healthcare and to help create a future where everyone has access to the best possible healthcare. They may also use other modalities such as acupuncture or massage to complement the sound healing. Ultimately, the goal of sound healing is to help people achieve balance and harmony in their lives. It's a holistic approach that takes into account the mind, body, and spirit, and it can be a powerful tool for healing and personal growth. Other frequencies can increase alertness, which can improve performance. This means that sound can directly influence our behavior and our overall quality of life. There are intricate systems in our bodies that we're just beginning to understand. For example, our gut microbiome, which is the community of trillions of bacteria that live in our digestive tract. These bacteria play an important role in our overall health and well-being, and they communicate with us through a variety of chemical signals. We're also learning more about the role that our thoughts and emotions play in our health. For example, positive emotions like joy and gratitude can help to boost our immune system, while negative emotions like stress and anxiety can weaken our immune system. As we learn more about these intricate systems in our bodies, we'll be able to develop new and innovative ways to heal ourselves. One of the most exciting areas of research is in the area of sound healing. We're learning that our bodies respond to sound in very specific ways, and we can use this knowledge to develop new treatments for a variety of ailments. For example, certain frequencies of sound can stimulate nerves in the body, which can help to relieve pain and inflammation. Other frequencies of sound can improve circulation, which can help to heal wounds and injuries. So whether it's by balancing the 5 elements, influencing our emotions, or influencing our behavior, sound has a profound effect on our bodies. And while the traditional view and modern science may differ in their explanations, both perspectives ultimately lead to the same conclusion. Sound is a powerful medicine that can be used to heal the body and improve our overall well-being. When we hear a pleasant sound, it can trigger the release of feel-good hormones like dopamine and serotonin. Conversely, unpleasant sounds can trigger the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Well, that's a decision that only you can make. But hopefully we've given you enough information to make an informed decision. If you're considering sound healing, we encourage you to do your research and find a qualified practitioner. We also encourage you to be open-minded and give it a try. You never know, it just might change your life. This means that sound can directly influence our emotional state and our overall well-being. In fact, there is a growing body of evidence that shows that music therapy can be effective in treating mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. These particles create electromagnetic fields around them, and these fields interact with each other. This is how we experience the world around us. When we walk, we create sound waves that travel through the air molecules around us. These waves reach our ears, and our brain interprets them as sound. But sound waves don't just travel through the air, they also travel through our bodies. When sound waves enter our bodies, they cause the particles in our tissues to vibrate. These vibrations can be measured using special equipment, and they show us that our bodies respond to sound in very specific ways. Certain frequencies can stimulate nerves and trigger the release of neurotransmitters, which are chemicals that carry signals between nerve cells. Neurotransmitters are responsible for many important functions in the body, including pain, perception, mood, and memory. By stimulating nerves with specific frequencies, sound can influence these important functions. When these vibrations are in harmony, we experience perfect health. But when these vibrations fall out of balance, disease occurs. The idea that our bodies respond to sound in very specific ways is consistent with the traditional view that our bodies are made up of 5 elements. Just as each element has a specific vibration, each part of our body responds to specific frequencies. This means that we can use sound to target specific parts of the body and bring them back into balance. For example, certain frequencies can be used to stimulate nerves in the spine, which can help to relieve pain and inflammation. Other frequencies can be used to stimulate nerves in the brain, which can improve focus and concentration. The goal of sound healing is to bring these vibrations back into balance. It uses sound frequencies to do so. Each of these 5 elements has a corresponding frequency. So when you apply the right frequency, it interacts with the corresponding element within your body and brings it back into balance. In India, it's called Nada Yoga. In Tibet, they used singing bowls. Singing bowls have been used in Tibet for over 2,500 years. They come in various sizes and are made of 7 or 8 metals, which correspond to the 7 or 8 chakras. Different bowls are used to treat different parts of the body. The practitioner will strike the bowl or rub around the rim and then place it on or around the affected area. The vibrations from the bowl penetrate deep into the body and help to release blockages. Another instrument that's commonly used are tuning forks. They're made of metal and produce a ringing sound when struck. They're used to balance the chakras and clear the energy field. Tuning forks have been used since the time of Pythagoras, the famous Greek philosopher and mathematician. He believed that the universe was governed by mathematical ratios, and that these ratios produced harmonious vibrations that could be used to heal the body. Another instrument that's sometimes used is the singing saw. It's a simple instrument that consists of a blade that's stretched across 2 blocks of wood. The practitioner will sing into the blade, which produces a unique sound that can be used to balance the energy field. In China, they used sound and music therapy as part of their traditional medicine system. And in Egypt and Greece, sound healing was an essential part of their holistic healing practices. So what is the traditional view of how it works? Let's take a look at some of these ancient instruments to see how they're used. The traditional view holds that sound affects our physical bodies by balancing the 5 elements. So how does this relate to the traditional view? Another way that sound can affect our bodies is by influencing our emotions. Finally, sound can affect our bodies by influencing our behavior. One thing that's interesting about sound healing is that it's highly individualized. Now here's the million-dollar question. Should you try sound healing? As we continue to learn more about the human body, we're discovering that there's much more to us than meets the eye. As we learn more about sound healing, we'll be able to incorporate it into our medical practices. In the future of medicine, we envision a world where traditional medicine and complementary and alternative medicine techniques are used together to create a more holistic approach to healing. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching.